Hi everyone, how are you all? Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to Social Science class. Student, what we have learned in the previous class? Yes, we learned different organs of government and the members of the government. Indian legislature is known as parliament and bicameral legislature. Student, what do you mean by bicameral legislature? Yes, Indian parliament has two houses, upper house and lower house. Then what we learned? Yes, the features of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. These are the different topics we learned in the previous class. Students, do you have any idea about today's class? In the previous class, we discussed about Parliament. So, we can discuss today the functions of Parliament. The legislature in India is known as Parliament. We have learned in the previous class, isn't it? The function of the Parliament is legislation. Children, do you think the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha are sitting together and passes the bill? No, it is not like that. They are holding the meeting separately and passes the bill. How do they pass the bill? Do they simply read and pass the bill? Never. It has different stages. The different members in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, they are functioning clearly and passes the bill. Children, how do they pass the bill? Let's see. Various stages of passing the bill. A law in draft form is known as bill. A law is very important. A law in draft form is known as bill. An ordinary bill can be introduced in either house of the parliament. An ordinary bill can be introduced in either Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. Got it? The house which considers the bill first is known as first house, and the house which considers the bill second is known as second house. The bill first which consider is known as the first house, and the bill second consider is known as second house. Got it? Let's see the different stages of passing the bill. Bill in first house, first reading. Through first reading, the bill is introduced. Then second reading. Through second reading, each and every article included in the bill is either passed, changed or rejected after discussion. Then third reading. Through third reading, the bill is passed or rejected. After passing the bill in the first house, it is sent to the second house along with the certificate of the presiding officer. Then in second house, first reading, then second reading, then third reading and approval of the president. After the bill is passed by both houses, it is sent to the president for approval. On getting the approval of the president, then the bill becomes a law. So my dear children, now you come to know how a bill becomes a law. If the president approves the bill becomes law. This is a procedure of the ordinary bill. Imagine the president does not approve the bill. What will happen? The president resent the bill to the parliament for asking some changes. The parliament can accept the changes or deny and again send to the president for approval. Got it? For the second time, the president does not approve the bill. What will happen? You people know that our country is a democratic country. Our elected members have to pass the bill. So the bill automatically becomes law. Now, you may be having some doubt. If the elected members sitting in the parliament and making decision in every day? No, it is not like that. If they are coming and making the decision every day, how they can meet in the public program and the public people? Now let's see how do they meet in the parliament. Sessions of parliament. As per the constitution, there should not be an interval of more than 6 months between two sessions of the parliament. Normally, the Parliament of India assembles 3 times a year. They are known as monsoon session, winter session and summer session. If needed, the Rajya Sabha assembles 4 times a year. Children, what is the purpose of parliamentary meeting? It is only for making laws. If it is only for making laws, how do they discuss the public issues? So, the public issues also discussed in the parliamentary meeting. So, when they do discuss the public issues? Yes, it is in the question hour. Question hour. Daily sessions of the parliament begin with question hour. Every day, the parliament meet at 11 in the morning and the initial hour is question hour. The members can ask questions relating to any administrative subject. The ministers in charge will give answer to them. The timetable of the state legislatures are different from that of the parliament. So children, members can ask previously prepared questions at question hour. Then, when an issue arises at that moment, when will they ask the questions? Yes, it is in 0 hour. 0 hour. At 12 noon, the question hour ends. The small interval after the question hour before commencing deliberation on the item on agenda is known as 0 hour. It is known as 0 hour because it is 12 o'clock. The House considers adjournment motion, calling attention motion, etc. during this time. The 0 hours lasts for 5 to 15 minutes. The emergency question is asked in 0 hour. The 0 hour only applicable in Lok Sabha. But after 2014, Rajya Sabha start 0 hour at 11 am. Then only they start the question hour. This is new change. Children, if there is any different opinion in the both house, that is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, what will happen? The president call upon the meeting and they jointly sitting together and taking decision. In this meeting, the speaker will preside over the meeting. Got it? Children, here is a question for you. Who called upon the joint meeting? Yes, very good. President. Then, who presides over the joint meeting? Yes, speaker. Very good. All this time we are discussing ordinary bill. But there is another bill, that is money bill. So there is two bill, ordinary bill and money bill. Got it? Student, let's study about money bill. Children, what is money bill? Yes, any bill relating to the collection of revenue or expenditure from the consolidated fund can be termed as money bill. It means government collect income and spends fund for something. It is known as money bill. Children, what is the difference between money bill and other bill? The Constitution states that a money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. After the bill is passed by the Lok Sabha, it is sent to the Rajya Sabha with the certificate of Speaker that the bill is money bill. The Rajya Sabha must return the bill along with its recommendations to the Lok Sabha with a period of 14 days. The Lok Sabha can accept or reject the recommendations of Rajya Sabha. Is the Parliament function only legislation? No, the Parliament performs other functions. Other functions of Parliament: control over executive, electoral function and constitutional amendment. The duty of control over executive: asking questions, deliberating various bills and resolutions, passing or rejecting the non-confidence motion. Electoral function. What is the duty of electoral function? Participating in the election of the President and Vice President. Constitutional amendment. What is the constitutional amendment? Timely amendment of constitutional provisions. What is non-confidence motion? This is not familiar to you. You people know that India is a big democratic country. How do we elect our leaders? Yes, the party gets the majority, then their representatives becomes our leader. If any party does not get majority, what will happen? We make coalition government. Means parties jointly together to make government. It is the responsibility of the governing party to prove the majority. So in this case, if the opposition party has doubt whether the government can prove the majority, in this situation they can pass different motion. This is known as non-confidence motion. What is constitutional amendment? Our constitution has come into act in 1950 January 26. So if the constitution needs any change, can be corrected. This process is known as constitutional amendment. These are the different functions of our parliament. Children, what we have learned today? Let's have a quick review. Legislation. The primary function of the parliament is known as legislation. Then the other functions of parliament: control over executive, electoral function, constitution, amendment. These are the main functions of our parliament. Got it? Children, this is for today's class. Hope you all have understood the topics well. Let's wind up the class with the hope that we will meet again. Be safe until we meet again. Thank you for being with me. Have a good day.